I play Maggie, who is Calvin Joyner, Kevin Hart's character's high school sweetheart and wife. So as we travel through time in the movie, Maggie and Calvin have been together basically their whole lives, and Maggie's life has turned out really, really well. She's a high-powered attorney, and she is still in love with her husband, and she thinks life is great, and Calvin is not quite so satisfied with the condition of his life. He was voted most likely to succeed, and he, to a certain extent, has kind of turned out like most likely to be average, and he's not real happy about it. Maggie doesn't see him that way, but that's how he sees himself. The ultimate bromance was the occasional fight, action sequence, car chase, gunplay, and, you know, CIA surveilled wife. Yeah, that kind of bromance. The exciting kind. These two guys are so funny and so talented and so completely in sync with one another that it's truly, they're like, this is Butch and Sundance. Like, the two of them belong together.
You know, this movie is the most over-the-top action comedy that I've ever encountered, which makes me so excited about being a part of it. You know, it stars Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart, who could not be polar opposites physically. I mean, they're both very strong men, but, you know, Dwayne's a very big man and Kevin's a very small man. And they play such polar opposite characters, which just makes this film that much more exciting to watch. The film really centers around these two characters, Dwayne being a CIA agent and Kevin being just an everyday kind of 9-to-5 business guy who used to be friends in high school. And Dwayne's character, Bob, idolizes Calvin, who Kevin plays. And they reunite on Facebook. And Dwayne takes Kevin into the whole espionage world.
This movie is about two old classmates reuniting. They weren't necessarily friends in high school. They are played by Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart. And Dwayne befriends Kevin on Facebook years later before their reunion. And Kevin ends up in the wrong place at the wrong time, accepting the wrong friend on Facebook. Dwayne Johnson is my CIA agent gone rogue. And so he enlists or kidnaps Kevin into his escapades as I'm chasing him down. I had a couple of scenes with him and he makes me laugh, but there's just something, he's just so honest and simple and has this conviction, and it just seems ridiculous that he's in this situation, you know. But he just plays it straight, you know. And they, you know, between him and Kevin as well, you know, they really have a great chemistry as actors, and when to hand that over and who's going to be the funny man in the scene, and it just works well, you know. He just gets it. I don't know, I think that's my favorite scene with Dwayne is probably breaking his fingers, and I think my favorite scene with Kevin was probably the first scene when I met him and I kind of just barge into his house and take over, and it's just the first time our characters are meeting each other and I give him a hard time.
Die Hard originated from the failed script of Commando 2. For this and more movie facts, click on more videos. But if you want something else, click on the playlist.